Sharp Fere Bafetu, we're back once again. We're back again to the most popping podcast, or whatever that you want to call it. This is the Culture Decoded podcast. Podcast, yo. What kind of English is that one, bro? Okay, so I go by the name of Brintz, Brint to the Z, and to the right, guys, my boy, Ufish.
Hola, Bafetu, salbona ninja, lapo?
So, yeah, why do I have to be the one who introduces our topic? But fuck it. Okay, so today what we want to talk about is there's an issue which has been trending really social media. I'll call social media, but so there's been an issue which has been trending with social media. I would say why is it that when maybe there's big shows or big festivals, we don't see as many artists from Bulawayo being on my lineups, and then issues like why is it that some artists of Bulawayo do not have views, name, or YouTube, subscribers, things like that. So what really is the problem? Why is it that? Is it an issue which people are not supporting the product? Artist, is it an issue which the product is subpar? Is it an issue of lack of financing and marketing? What really is the issue, So that's what we really want to touch upon. Like me and myself, I'm an artist also. I make music. Ufish is an artist. He's a photographer and a filmmaker, amongst other things. So, yeah. So the thing that I want us to do, Check, is to see, we break this down. I'll sort of take a position here, artist, and when you take a position here, consumer. But maybe it's not limit, but just to say how best to be. I'll say what I think maybe we are missing it as an artist, or the challenges that I face, so that maybe I want to get a different perspective. It's just coming from someone who is a practitioner also in the field. So yeah, what do you think? Let's ring him.
Well,
yeah.
As when it comes to issue, we go tricky because it's not like Lina as an artist, musically, it's not like Ali fag music. Music is corner music industry has been rapidly growing for the past 5 years.
That's true.
And it's not like music yapo. I service come mama music manga.
Yeah, it's facts, bro.
And it's not like kule genre A1. There is hip hop. Kona karesa bachama piano go Bulawayo.
Yeah.
Kono manayina bachaya ngazi genre.
Zimtenso. Yeah.
Yabona. So sesilako. But esingelako ngathini. Ethi platform. Angathi ngubeke njani but thina as abantu esi-consumer i-music yamajidalawa mbone ngathi lathi asifaki i-effort yokuthi i-music isiyizwe. Wena bayifaka i-music hamba ku-YouTube udinga uBrintz, udinga Z, udinga ASF, udinga Kyla Black, udinga bani uzathola i-music yabo ikhona ku-YouTube but abantu abayibukela. Manje sithi abantu abayibukela ngikhulumi nge-300 sibangayi kobela sibaningi blind.
Yeah, it's almost
sibaningi blind.
I don't know, but yeah.
But uzathola ukuthi indawo ezinjengabo Harare ama-artist abo nje kashabo ma 2 million views, 3 million views, yabo. Maybe it's because baningi kulathi maybe or maybe it's because bathanda music yabantu babo. Because uhambe Harare khathesi, I assure you nje angeke uzwe kuthiwa ekhombini etaxini ngapi angeke uthole bechaya music yakwenye indawo besides eHarare.
They play there.
And abachaya Oliver Mdukuza hayi bachaya khathesi. Bachaya khathesi.
That's another thing. Like
but ungafika ngapha kithi sichaya Casper Nyuvest, sichaya uKid Ink, sichaya uChris Brown. But namba abantu bayifaka music but thina asifungi ilalela. But ngathiwa kulento like Zimfest. nxa abantu sebephika ama-artist ayarare alama views thina ama-consumers ithesikhalayo sithi why lingafaka abantu bethu bazafaka njani abantu bethu bele-100 views i-music video efake ku-YouTube 3 years ile 77 views akwenzi.
So that's very true, Shay. Like there is a point that you touched upon, which like they are not playing Omtukuts or something. Of course they play him, but like there is always a new artist here who is continuously popping, you know. So they always go out for their own. Another thing, Lapa, people play, but people are still playing. If you say someone is playing an artist but child my chaivan, you know. No, that's the truth. You know. And my one thing for sure that I want to clarify is no one owes, like me as an artist who is geographically based in Bulawayo, I won't say anyone owes me their ears to listen to my music just by the virtue of what I am from Bulawayo, you know. I must ensure that my product is quality, number one. I must ensure that I push it to the max. I must ensure that I invest in it to the best of my capabilities, you know. But sometimes, bro, like people will tell you, people will make music. It's not as easy as people think it is. Yes, these days it's much easier to produce the music. Number one, that's a given. To produce the music, studios, there is a lot of recording studios, bedroom studios, and all. You know, there's a lot. But making the music, out there is a lot of music out there. So sometimes there is a need of a capital injection, you know, and a functional industry, which then enables umuntu noma as a producer stuff he can get it to as many people as possible. Because for a given, I will tell you this, Harare, they have a functional industry. The DJs play local stuff. Comedians, like I was saying, they react to local songs, you know, drama, everything. There is like we ecosystem where industry. It's built, but Lapa, I feel like we don't have that. And it's 2021, bro, like I was saying. We can't be crying invisibility. But at the same time, like you're saying, Abantu level, the audience level, you have to meet us halfway. Maybe we need to do 80% of the work, but the audience level needs to do at least 20% of the work. Yeah.
What do you think the problem is?
Yeah.
Is it data?
Yeah.
Abanye bathi data, but data. Data.
Yeah.
Right. Yikho lokhu ukuthi idata dura kumbe abantu abafaki music enough kumbe baliboa.
Yeah. This is
phela umuntu engakubhola leli music.
Yeah.
But into engayizwisisiyo ukuthi yini ekwenza lawe as an artist xa ukuthi uzabukela la ubukele as an artist yini ekwenza uthi ngingakhula as an artist, I want to be on channel O.
Yes.
I want to be in SA. I mean, it's big dreams.
Yes.
But there's no one dreaming big about Bulawayo. No one is saying, I want to change Bulawayo in music. Because generation because look at almost artists akudala eswakhangele lathi Olaf Mo Machaivana or Ovusam Kaya or well angibaza abaningi but I just mentioned these two abakho
they are outside
bale
because lapha wongela lutho
but can you say kwakungela lutho kumbe abayenzanga enough ukuthi ube lo lutho asikwazi so ipoint yami ukuthi let's both artists and consumers into le you benefit iBulawayo and Zimbabwe as a whole in future, not careers but singazama ukuthi lathi sifake club ule Hartsfield DJ since kudala anza ngizwe kuthiwa maybe babize ama local artists
bro ungabona umuntu
wakho Black Coffee hlezi ngo Casper Nyovest Black Motion and siyagcwala
abantu bagcwala
ubona ndiziyawuthanda siyagcwala lapha wari ngathiwa kulo Brintz kuline up kulo ASF kuline up kulo Ishmael kuline up uzahamba. Let's be honest,
people won't go, bro. People won't go.
You won't go because you don't know them.
Yeah.
And you're not trying to know them. So asizameni la ukuthi sizame ukuba kwazi ama artist akobulawayo and ukuthi bangani. And then that team artist asizameni ukuzifaka ebantwini.
Yeah, that's the point, like for real.
Because angeke ama angeke sibelo case baleka kobulawayo. Keze kube nini?
That's when talk like
keze kube nini singazenzeli into zethu.
Very true. Like you pointed to issue mentioning people like the great Love Muma Chaivana and Babu Vusam Kaya, you know. I feel like that's the thing. And I understand for them to leave La Besugi, it's just because I'm a greener pastures with that side. You know, and much I've saying about it a lot to Mina Vele and talked about it a lot to I don't feel is support from my people, you know. If maybe I was from that other region, maybe say Harare and sing maybe in another language, I would maybe have more prosperity than I have now.
Right. The point in LA. So which means the problem I saw my artist.
Yeah. No, I will say this one. I feel like 80%, or right, well, let me say 90%, I'll be the first person to take the blame, like one, and say, yes, I've put out work, you know, I've tried to push it here and there. I have work that I haven't yet pushed out because I'm scared, I don't want to lie, of such things, right? But at the core, I feel like what we cannot always cry in visibility in 2021 as artists. I feel like it's more of the responsibility to do that lies from our artists, we need to create our own ecosystem as artists, and one of the ways is cross-disciplinary collaborations, you know, like producers collaborate with other producers, collaborate with other content creators across the board. Like we have our YouTubers, we have kids who do digital illustrations, you know, animations and things like that. Ways in which you can push out your content, because now we live in a digital world, you know. It's less of traditional means of the traditional means of media. Yes, that's another factor for too. Like for a big factor for real is that music, mainly at a larger scale, the arts, all right, in Zimbabwe is still consumed via the traditional media. We might want to say social media, yes, but if you check the real data and statistics, you know what's a radio, a large consumership, like YouTube or something, because of data issues and whatnot, and other stuff, you know. So that is also another factor. Most of the platforms which are prominent, we don't control, like from Bulawayo. They are controlled, maybe number one. And number two, okay, back again. All right, I was saying the platforms that our people look for, the mainstream platforms, about Channel O, MTV Base and everything. And it's a hassle for me to get into Channel O or MTV Base, because it's still a hassle for other artists who are in South Africa, who are my primary targets of those channels. Like I doubt MTV Base will be keen on playlisting umuntu wakithi ngapha eBulawayo more than their own. So it's more harder for that. So like you're saying, I think it's a matter of Uguti.
So that means this is great.
Yes.
How it's very good, Jim. That I think it is a TV. But
yeah.
Lama channel manga is Zimbabwe.
I think Google one. Google ZBC. Yeah, ZBC.
I think ngathi go macro lapha.
Yeah.
This other time. Babe dlala any channel to a jive. There's a TV jive or something. But anyways, in Hali,
that's the truth. Yeah.
So Tina, what you can do when you planning live is angeke create a TV channel that will be expensive for careers. I think
it's in the way.
Try Kiona
TV.
Yeah. That was a great idea, by the way. Kiona TV, you support.
Yeah.
But anyway, singers created platforms we won't need ukuthi siye eGwero,
Harare or wherever,
Big Falls, ngaphi. Imagine imali oyispendayo, let's say isuka lapha alright, let's say iziyawa eBig Falls, eBig Falls ikho lapha kuyenza khona yonke into in ukusuka la eBig Falls, let's say $10, hani uzafika uhlale ngikhona ngale, kumele udinge imali yokudla, kumele udinge imali yakhona icina isisibaningi, ukuthi imali yona lana ukuthi ama platform wonke yona lawa ala ukuze invest more into music, like into ze record ethenga ama disc uthengisa.
That's true.
Uthengisa gipa match uthengisa match yakho.
Yeah.
But into zonke as a match asiziyenzi because imali yethu isingena endaweni ongamelanga ingena khona.
Exactly.
So mele ingene ukuthi madoda, alright, mele ngibhadale lo Harare, ngirecord Harare. Yenzeni. Imali yona lana isisiba you waste on the wrong things. Well, they might be the right things at that time.
Yeah.
But kanyela singaba check. Nama videographers amaningi. There's a lot of studios, photography studios. There is a buyer.
There's a lot.
And kulabantu aba creative or massive go Bulawayo like thina nge-artist like
I believe we are the most creative city.
Like, for real. Yeah. Ukuthi singahlanganisa amakhanda. Sekele uzondana into ekhona, uzonda umuntu into ekhona. Competition and what. But let's forget about that for now. And pushing into le isponti izasisanga. Let's say, as Brintz said, which I'm I'm not a photographer, I'm just a camera. I'm just a camera. We touch my pictures sometimes. But let's say in the studio, and mhlane labanye abale studio or ama photographers and videographers abayi 3. And then lama aspect ama chankwini go edit. In Photoshop labo Premiere Pro.
Yeah.
Sibe 3. And then you create a platform auto check. Ama artist abebuya lapha as a recorder. Thina umsebenzi wethu ukufaka music yabo ebantwini. There is no way abantu abazekela khona. Imagine nje usufaka uBrintz, hayi sufake Ozin.
Yeah.
Wafaka uKyla Black.
Yeah.
Wafaka Onox. Wafaka Luminous.
Exactly.
Check it. There is no way.
Yeah, there's no way, bro.
There is no way abantu abazekela khona ukufika. And the more figure obvious mabe post music yakho bafake link. Lawe sebesiya ngale. Ngumnyango lwa.
Exactly.
It may start kuyinto encane. Into eyenziwa initiative.
Exactly. Kwaqasa phela kokungani.
Lathi singenzo kwethu. Who knows? Uzathola ukuthi abantu abakhangela abalimali abakhangela music kwaBulawayo. The right as in machidi. Ngizalifanda mina. Imali engaka ngibona ngathi lingenza so kuyaphuma. Because it's not like abantu abakho.
Nah, people are there, bro.
Abantu abalemali bakhona, but umuntu olemali abevunga ufanda lapha abona khona.
Exactly. So that's true, Jay, like because abantu they don't get the fact too, like if like you're saying, with photographers and videographers, they provide services. You don't have to force yourself to provide your service to each and every artist, but I'm sure you can pick someone that you kind of like their stuff, and then you can have a relationship lab, and then you help each other, and they call it a trade in equity. You provide your services, and then they do their work. So at the end of the day, if you are a director or videographer or whatever, if you work with an artist, I'm an artist like I'm a loudspeaker, I'm a billboard. So your work actually gets advertised. So you can get other gigs which are even outside of the art domain, like maybe you can get some gigs even waiting to events or something, because people now, if maybe an artistic color, an imaging artist gets 2,000 views and your name as a director pops up, so next time someone wants something of that nature, they'll really come to you. But then again, my issue is to me as an artist, and I'm an artist, so I'm speaking to myself. I'm not speaking to anyone. Well, let me speak to myself. or anyone who is an artist would want to identify as one, I feel like irresponsibility to educate ourselves is on us. Educate ourselves about the industry itself. Educate ourselves of how to distribute this content that we're putting out, how to even make it even better quality, and how to make it valuable to for someone to even want to put money in me. What is it that I'm doing, me now myself, from the ground up, because someone, no businessman, we are moving online, we are starting to gain more views and whatnot, they might want to tap in because what in the audience might be used, they can sell their products to that audience. So I feel like it's irresponsibility me now as an artist. Like, I don't want to blame the audience, cool, but at the same time I feel like the audience has a huge part to play, because bro, like, we can't for the next like, if we can have a concert a city hall, I doubt there will be an artist who can fill up a city hall that way. Agula, bro, like, that's the truth, that's the honest truth.
That's what it takes in charge.
Agula, people won't come because people don't know us. But at the same time, it's one thing for 10 years, it's different to consume music and the arts when you are still a child, where everything is fed on you. Like, you only listen to a radio that is at home or whatever, But when you get to be an adult, like most of your audience will be adults, now sometimes you start to question yourself, why don't I have your music here get on my phone? You have to question yourself. Exactly, dog.
Mina karesi ndokushaya idiskile solo for 3 hours straight.
Exactly, dog. Because that's what you
ngilalela isolo through ubabam.
Yes.
And I love more. Lalikhona but lalingadlala as much as ubheka imuzi lithu. Abopha zomnyama.
Exactly. Exactly, dog.
So music karesi mina, let's say kunjani, ndomntwana lese nabantwana, every time angena emotweni kudlala ingoma kaBrintz. Every time angena emotweni kudlala ingoma kaBrintz. Sinini. Sorry, look at mention the same artist libembazi. Bakhona la membazi yo but yeah, yabona. So nxa ekhula esithi phela mina ukhula lalela uBrintz. So la uzazama kanjani?
Exactly.
Yabo. Karesi ngihambe essay. La ntwana awangaka so. Abahlabela uNkulunkulu kakanga.
Yeah.
Less than 6 years, I'm a 5'3". Ekithi ngoma uNkulunkulu okakanga. Lapha bangaki?
Who can play
aba less than 15 years?
Yeah.
Abadlala ingoma zakobulawa. Apologies. So as I was saying, ukuthi bangaki thina abantu abadlala less than less than 6 bahlabela ingoma zikakanga. Bahlabela ingoma zakaSpanya West.
Yeah.
Thina ngapha bangaki abahlabela ingoma zama-big artist esilabo
kokulawa. Yeah.
I mean, SF is one of the biggest.
Yeah, he is. He really is.
Yeah. He really is. But sibangaki esihlabela ingoma zakhe. Akula.
So yeah, and the footy lie is only human. I think people, because if you just to an artist, you are social media. The way people were attacking artists, like, I was like, bro, man, I don't understand what to make you attack and try to always attack someone who is trying to build something, from the scratch. Because umuntu artist, to me, that's like a divine calling, dog. Like, you are creating something from nothing. Literally, you are just taking words and creating something which will transmit into something and make someone cry, feel happy or something. So why would you then take it upon yourself to always attack abantu? Because abantu social media, they attack Bulawayo artists a lot, bro. Like, for me, it gets to me, but at the end of the day, I'm like, okay, well, what do I do, But like, and also, I haven't yet put out as much work that much, so I don't feel I'm his own cool. But there's people that I know and respect, who I know who live this thing like on a day-to-day, who are giving out everything, that they are all into this thing. But then someone every time I want to just says to attack, they're doing this wrong, whatever. So that's the truth. Like, Really, we are just scratching the surface with this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a lot.
There
is a lot, but Mina, like all I want to say, maybe in closing for this episode, is that for our artists, we have to make sure that we educate ourselves. We put in the work a lot. Now we need to put in a lot of work because we are not competing with other Bulawayo artists. We are not competing with even Harare artists. We are competing with the whole world because there is someone to they can consume Drake. What is it that I'm putting to the table that will make them listen to me, not Drake? That's number 2. And we should also, I think another way, we should teach our audience how to support us. Is support, does it mean them opening our links? Is support, does it mean them buying our music? Does it mean them coming to our shows? What is it that we want? Because this thing is like a relationship. So in a relationship, you tell umuntu wakho, no, this is what I want. This is how I expect to be loved and whatnot. So then that's all. I think I'm artists, we need to do that. But also your audience, this is a plea, Mina, and this tell some to your audience. As an adult, now try just once in a while. If you come across something, we're not saying maybe go and just Google Bulawayo artists. No, if you do come across a link or something and it entices you, just try and click on it. And
so, yeah. Tina is on the side. I want to our consumer music of Bulawayo. They can do all the work they have to do, put all the content.
Yeah.
But Tina, if we are not meeting them halfway, they'll always remain here.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to love our yitila.
That's
uCasper University akazifakanga la wafakwa ngabantu la.
Exactly.
uCasper University ngaze ahambi kuthiwa ngifuna ukufila up stadium. Nxa kungela abantu istadium asifila.
Dog. Facts.
So yithi it's up to Tina if you want ukuthi abantu laba baye khatshana and it's not gonna benefit them kuphela. That is the benefit ngendlela esingazibonile. Uzabona ngelinye ilanga angikwazi ukuthi ngubeke njani but into engitsho ukuthi at the end of the day we all Bulawayo people will benefit from this. So let's come to Jonas Kuluma unity awulaza unity ekhona Bulawayo la doti kuphela asibambananga shit.
I'm
apologies to first, but the truth is asibambananga.
We are not united though. We are
not even
across the board, and it's not even just music, but
even,
just
in general.
Yeah,
it's sad.
It's sad
because we've been preaching this. Yeah,
unity.
Kades, you are preaching it. The next generation will also preach it. Because we are not united and we're not even trying to be united. So, as long as enemy is saying, what is that?
Hey, facts. Hey, pause, bro.
But anyways, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we really might need to do another part of this,
Yeah.
Maybe after people react and give opinions,
please do comment.
Yeah.
Exactly. Ideas.
Yeah.
Because I just preaching in it. So Karesi, we are sharing ideas, Karesi.
Yeah.
Maybe omunyu idea means a yes. As ungaba le idea. Omunyu umuntu let's say ngibe le idea ye photograph. Angikwanisa ukuthatha ama picture. Brintz yakwanisa ukuthatha ama picture. So ngizahamba ku Brintz mina. Brintz, I have this idea. Brintz ethatha ama picture, but it's my idea. So sesisebenza sonke. At the end of the day, sikhula sonke.
Exactly. Bro.
So when I know the idea, but ungakwanisa uyi-execute. Hambe umuntu unokwanisa uyi-execute, lisebenze lonke, push in.
Exactly. That's true. Like that's very true. If you can't execute the idea but you have it, find someone who you can have a relationship, because sometimes these things maybe in the finances and everything, so it becomes a thing. If I go to someone and I pitch the idea, then they want some money, at least maybe find someone who you can at least have a relationship with, live a mutual understanding, and then that if maybe there is now monetary gains from that thing, then you can see how you work around that stuff, But like I said, I think it's all an ecosystem. An ecosystem, each and every unit feeds off the other one, Because there's one thing that people don't realize though, like if we have a functional arts industry in Bulawayo, there are so many families which can be fed from that thing. Kids can be sent to school, dog. We've seen in music change lives for people, bro. People are driving Bentleys because of music and arts. Casper University, you find that him as a brain, maybe there's 20 or 50 people who are employed who do work for him for that Casper University brain. Those 50 people, maybe they have 5 people that they are feeding. You are looking at 250 people who are being fed off by one artist. Now multiply that for 10 artists. We have 2,500 people who are fed from this thing, you know. It's just an expansion of industry. So I think we are just scratching the surface like we are saying. But I feel like there is a need for people to meet each other halfway. Yes, artists need to do most of the work. We cannot take that away. But the audience live, at least talk. If I say Link, if you feel like it and you can, at least click and see. If it doesn't work out, then cool. You are free. You are not forced.
I mean, economy music
exactly. Economy music you know, that's the truth. So that's the thing. So yeah, we're gonna be back again. I think we need to do a second part to this one. Yeah. So definitely subscribe, follow us. I'm a button. The subscribe button will be down below. Culture Decoded Podcast. We just want to break down. There's so much stuff that we can learn from each other, that we can learn from the audience. Because I'm sure there's people who are going to leave comments that I'll also employ in my own artistic endeavors and shit, you know. So yeah, follow us, Culture Decoded Podcast. Subscribe to our channel, whatever. Do it now. So let's fuck up my graphics and do.
Also, the episode yesterday.
Yeah.
From like our first. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. Signing out. My name is Brintz, Brint to the Z, the number 1 Jew boy. Obvious.
Hey,
signing out.
You.
So yeah.
Thank you for it.
Thank you for it.
Sweet.